In the top stories, Foreign Minister, the Right Honorable Dr. Denzil Douglas says the upcoming CARICOM meeting comes at a pivotal time for the region. Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew is urging men to prioritize their health and have regular prostate exams. And Prime Minister Drew has fulfilled his promise of donating $30,000 raised during his New Year Gala to local breast cancer foundations. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Get unbeatable value you'll love. Find it only at Quartz. We've got the best range in appliances, electronics, furniture, and so much more with the best quality and the best prices. Get a free gift with purchase on select items. Save 20% on select bases when you purchase the matching mattress. Take advantage of great deals and huge savings. Treat yourself. Keep your cash with Quartz Ready Finance. Unbeatable value only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply. Offer ends February 28, 2026.
It's something that you can't put into words. A buzz in the air. From the time you wake up, you're ready to go. The freedom, the fantasy, the fete. To know it is to live it and love it. You have to experience it. If you know, you know. Angostura White Oak Rum. New look, same vibes inside.
As the sun rises on 2026 and the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of CARICOM Heads of Government, St. Kitts and Nevis stands at a crossroads. This is a significant time for our region. Geopolitical tensions are growing around the world. Economies are threatened as a result. Climate change intensifies and compounds our vulnerabilities, and the community of small island developing states feels the squeeze more and more.
We aren't blind to the hurdles, nor are we blind to the fact that change is happening faster than we can adapt. But this 50th regular meeting of our heads of government is a call to action that must ring loud, especially in the ears of our beloved Caribbean youth. For as our chairman aptly said, none will come to save us. We must save ourselves.
We are reminded that our collective strength is our greatest asset. As our leaders gather in St. Kitts and Nevis this February, we remind them that Caribbean youth are not just the leaders of tomorrow. We are the innovators of today. That sustainable regional solutions to today's challenging issues must be resilient, and Caribbean youth are the resilience you speak of.
Caribbean youth are the sustainable partners you are looking for. So let's use this 50th meeting to turn policy into measurable impact. We're optimistic that our leaders will present initiatives that invest in the skills that keep us here and the systems that protect us all. We remain hopeful that our seat at the table is one focused on inclusive growth and sustainable solutions with our region's people and youth at its core.
Caribbean youth are ready to work, for we are one people,
one Caribbean, and our future is bright because we are building it together.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I am Shaira Flanders. Nationally, Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Right Honorable Dr. Denzil Douglas says the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of CARICOM Heads of Government comes at a pivotal moment for the region. Dr. Douglas, who chairs CARICOM's Council for Foreign and Community Relations, says next week's meeting in Basseterre will give leaders an opportunity to review the region's foreign policy approach and determine whether it should be adjusted to respond to current global challenges.
In this upcoming conference, we, as would be expected, be looking at a number of global issues that impact upon the existing foreign policy of the community and what needs to be done to adjust those policies in real life responses to the global issues that have arisen. So it becomes a very critical and important, critically important, I would say, conference.
The senior minister also indicated that regional security is expected to be a major focus of discussion.
There's no question that the leaders agreeing on a common policy on the matter of security in particular, there's no question that this is critically important. Because we must not be divided over an issue, an area that we ourselves are unlikely to be able to handle by ourselves. So it means then that we have to try our very best to agree among ourselves as to what is going to be our policy, the community's policy with regard to security.
Dr. Douglas added that he hopes the summit will further strengthen cooperation among member states and advance a more united CARICOM.
I hope that there would be greater understanding and greater unity among our members of the community on some of the thorny issues that continue to confront us. I would hope that there is no unnecessary fallout between us in this part of the world and our neighbors. I hope.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew is calling for greater national attention to men's health, even as support for women's health initiatives continues. Speaking during Tuesday's roundtable, Dr. Drew announced that proceeds from his annual Prime Minister's Gala were this year directed to breast cancer support, with 2 local foundations each receiving $15,000. While commending the work of organizations that assist women diagnosed with breast cancer, the Prime Minister said the moment also highlights the need to give men's health issues similar national focus. He noted that future efforts will expand men's health initiatives with a particular focus on prostate cancer and the establishment of formal community support structures.
Also mentioned that it's time to get a prostate health program going. It is about time. Because what we could have done as well is dedicate some of this money to prostate health, which would go directly.
Free prostate screening is already available through men's clinics and community health centers across the Federation, but many men remain reluctant to seek care. Dr. Drew said the challenge is not simply access to testing, but the absence of supportive environments where men feel comfortable discussing health concerns and encouraging each other to be examined. He explained that participation increases when men attend screenings together, underscoring the importance of safe spaces and community support. The Prime Minister disclosed plans to establish a prostate health foundation to provide guidance, support, and assistance to men seeking diagnosis and treatment. He said the initiative is intended to complement existing women's and children's health programs and ensure a more holistic approach to family health care. Dr. Drew encouraged men to take advantage of available screening services, stressing that early detection remains the most effective protection against prostate cancer. And in other news, Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew on Tuesday presented donations from proceeds raised at his 2026 New Year Gala to 2 breast cancer support organizations. Checks of EC $15,000 each were handed over to the Essence of Hope Breast Cancer Foundation and the Reach for Recovery Breast Cancer Support Group during a ceremony at the Prime Minister's office.
And today I present both the breast cancer foundations with a check each of $15,000. So that is $30,000 directly from the Prime Minister's Gala for the betterment of our women or men. Men can get breast cancer as well.
The funds will assist patients with mammograms, chemotherapy, radiation, and other critical support services for persons diagnosed with breast cancer. Dr. Drew commended both groups for their work in awareness and patient support, noting that partnerships with community organizations strengthen the country's public health response and help ensure that no patient faces the illness alone. And coming up after the break, the East Bastyr constituency has honored 4 community contributors with the renaming of 2 key public facilities. And the national conversation on reparations is gaining momentum as the Repair campaign launches a public education initiative in St. Kitts and Nevis. The details after the break.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now. If you need cash in a flash with now, no need to fuss, leave it to us. When you need cash in a flash, no need to fuss, leave it to us. Hear me now.
When life throws surprises your way, now's here to help. Whether it's for an urgent bill payment, home improvements, or unexpected health expenses, or even that last-minute holiday trip. With Now, you get cash in a flash, approved in just 24 hours.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now.
A loan product powered by National Bank.
At The Cable, we believe in giving back because when our community thrives, we all do. That's why, as a company, we make it our mission to touch the lives of everyone in St. Kitts. We spearheaded the renovation of JNF Hospital lobby to ensure better care for all. The Cable sponsors free Wi-Fi in every community center across St. Kitts, so no one is left behind in an increasingly connected world. We stand with communities through every moment, big or small, in culture, education, youth development, and more. Y a ti también, comunidad latina. Cuenta con nosotros. Estamos con ustedes. And when it comes to customer service, we set the standard. We're just a call, click, or visit away because you matter to us. Join the company that truly cares. The Cable, more than service. We're family. Somos familia. And we're proud to always give more where it matters.
Every dream begins with a vision, a blank piece of land, a simple sketch on paper, or a conversation around the dinner table. At Horsford's Building and Nevis Centers, we believe that every home starts with hope and ends with something real. From the first brick to the final nail, we are there. We don't just supply materials, we partner in progress, step by step, wall by wall, room by room. We help build lives, futures, and legacies. This is more than construction. It's transformation. It's elevation. It's trust. Dream with us, grow with us, build with us, because your dream deserves more than just materials. It deserves a partner that builds with heart. Horsford's Building and Nevis Centers. Dream with us, grow with us, build with us.
Thank you for staying with us. The Newtown Health Center and Community Center have been renamed in honor of local heroes, highlighting national values and service rather than serving as a simple ceremonial gesture. Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew, speaking at the event on Tuesday, February 17th, said the renaming reflects a commitment to honoring service, preserving legacy, and recognizing those who have shaped the community. The health center now bears the names of Nurse Millicent West and Kennedy Earl Clark, while halls within the community center are dedicated to Lloyd Lazar and retired teacher Myrtle Neal. Dr. Drew emphasized that health and community centers are central to national life, one supporting well-being, the other strengthening social bonds, learning and resilience. He said renaming these institutions anchors them in memory and meaning. He commended the people of Newtown and East Basse-Terre for their contributions to national development, reminding attendees that progress is built through service, sacrifice, and shared responsibility. The lives of the 4 honorees, he added, demonstrate how committed citizens can shape a community's future and inspire future generations. The ceremony was attended by Governor General De Marcella Liburd, MP for East Basse-Terre Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, senior officials, community leaders, and family members of the honorees. Still on the local scene, the topic of reparations is again taking center stage as the Repair Campaign's public education initiative in St. Kitts Nevis gets underway. Elsie Harry, community organizer for the campaign, says the 5-month campaign is intended to expand people's understanding of and participation in the reparations movement.
Currently here in St. Kitts and Nevis, as the community organizer, I am running a public education campaign on reparations in collaboration with the St. Kitts and Nevis National Reparations Committee and other grassroots organizations like the Rastafari, for example, because we do believe at the Repair Campaign in consolidating efforts. Simultaneously, we are running a campaign in Europe as well, where we're speaking to UK parliamentarians, for example, and we're speaking to members of the UK public to help them to understand why it's necessary to make reparations. And so firstly, I had 2 public engagements, one in St. Kitts on the 7th of February and one in Nevis on the 10th of February. And the purpose of this was to introduce myself to the community. I tried to primarily reach out to persons who are already working in the reparations space, as well as to reach out to other persons who may have interest in reparations but may not know what reparations means, what it tangibly looks like in our context, to have a conversation about what is already going on in the reparations movement and how they can participate and how we can amplify their voices to connect what's going on locally to what is going on regionally to what is going on internationally, so that we can really have a major impact on actually bringing us closer to receiving reparatory justice settlements.
Harry, who has worked in the reparations movement for the last decade, emphasizes that CARICOM's 10-point plan, which unites CARICOM, or Caribbean governments and voices in the field, provides a path to reparatory justice that is rooted in the needs and realities of Afro-Caribbean people.
Reparations currently is being negotiated at different levels. One of those levels is at a state-to-state level. So, for example, at the level of the CARICOM Reparations Commission, they're calling on the United Kingdom and European states to make reparatory justice settlements for the role that they played in colonialism by transferring monetary resources to the Caribbean community, or CARICOM, that can be used to develop various CARICOM countries. And so these are being done, this type of reparatory justice settlement will follow a socioeconomic plan that has been developed for each of the CARICOM member states. And this plan was developed in collaboration with the Repair Campaign, where we sent rapporteurs to all of the 15 CARICOM member states, spoke to government, civil society representatives, and national reparations committees, grassroots organizations, to ask the question, if you had a reparatory justice settlement, what would you do with this money? What areas of development would be your focus? And then the Sir Arthur Lewis Center at the University of the West Indies, their historians and economists, took that information and created these socio-economic plans. And so those plans are supposed to be made public in June this year for public feedback.
She said so far advocacy is seeing results in a few Caribbean countries.
In the case of Guyana, for example, one family, the Gladstones, who felt like they had a moral obligation to make reparations because their family owned plantations in Guyana, they made a reparatory justice settlement to the University of Guyana. And then the University of Guyana made a decision about how that money was going to be used to benefit people of African descent or students of African descent. In Grenada, the Trevelyan's made a reparatory justice settlement to their National Reparations Committee by setting up a trust. That trust was then used to provide scholarships for students of African descent from the country to seek higher education.
Harry says that the work she hopes to do as part of the campaign is both educational and structural.
Some of the work that I'm hoping to do is to speak with more young people about the legacies of colonialism and enslavement and what reparations actually means. As I said, it's about repairing the harm that was done as a result of colonialism and enslavement. And that harm, as I was explaining just now, was done in various areas of ourselves, our psyche, and our society. So I'm hoping to have more conversations about that. I'm also hoping that in collaboration with the St. Kitts and Nevis National Reparations Committee, that we can build more reparations infrastructure. For example, an NGO that focuses specifically on reparations advocacy and bringing more people into the reparations movement so that our voices can be amplified in the international reparations movement. Because what we really don't want to happen is that when those negotiations are happening in the UK, for example, that they're speaking from only a historical perspective and not from the present day realities that we continue to face as people who are victims of colonialism.
And coming up in regional news, St. Vincent and the Grenadines opposition leader Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has condemned U.S. military strikes in the Caribbean Sea. And Jamaica's Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has announced the launch of the Decade of Peace Crime Reduction Initiative. The details after this break.
There are some things in life that are worth the extra mile. Seize the moment. Capture the experience.
Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank life is nice. You can spend it when you want it, how you like, where you like. Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank life is nice. Home or away, any time of the day. Credit or debit, right in your pocket. With National Bank card, so many benefits. Oh yeah, the choice is yours. Just come and embrace it.
Live your life your way with purchases big or small. Mango, nuts, red fruit and all.
You can spend it when you want it, how you like, where you like. Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank life is nice.
At The Cable, we believe in giving back because when our community thrives, we all do. That's why, as a company, we make it our mission to touch the lives of everyone in St. Kitts. We spearheaded the renovation of JNF Hospital lobby to ensure better care for all. The Cable sponsors free Wi-Fi in every community center across St. Kitts, so no one is left behind in an increasingly connected world. We stand with communities through every moment, big or small, in culture, education, youth development, and more. Y a ti también, comunidad latina. Cuenta con nosotros. Estamos con ustedes. And when it comes to customer service, we set the standard. We're just a call, click, or visit away because you matter to us. Join the company that truly cares. The Cable, more than service. We're family. Somos familia. And we're proud to always give more where it matters.
Welcome back. St. Vincent and the Grenadines opposition leader Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has condemned recent United States military strikes in the Caribbean Sea following reports that 3 St. Lucia nationals were killed. The United States Southern Command said the operation targeted a vessel suspected of narcotics smuggling and reported that no U.S. personnel were injured. Dr. Gonsalves has since criticized the use of lethal force and argued that such cases should be handled through the courts. He maintained that even persons accused of drug trafficking are entitled to due process under international and domestic law. Dr. Gonsalves also raised concerns about the incident occurring within the region, noting that 2 damaged vessels were found in St. Vincent and the Grenadines waters. He called for legal and diplomatic channels to be used in addressing the matter, saying suspects should be arrested, charged, and tried with full respect for human rights. And in other regional news, Jamaica's Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has announced what he describes as a decade of peace, a national strategy aimed at moving the country from crime control to long-term public safety and social stability. Addressing heads of Jamaica's diplomatic and consular missions, Dr. Holness said reducing violence is now central to protecting the country's economic growth and international reputation, particularly its tourism industry. The Prime Minister noted that homicides have declined for 3 consecutive years and indicated that authorities are seeking to push the numbers even lower through a coordinated national security response. The approach involves the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency, customs authorities, and the Jamaica Defense Force. Plans were also outlined to address the root causes of violence, implement recommendations from the National Violence Prevention Commission, and strengthen legislative and institutional measures to reduce community conflict. Dr. Holness also called on Jamaican diplomats to promote the country's progress in safety and security when representing Jamaica abroad. And coming up, British police have begun looking into new allegations stemming from the Epstein files connected to former Prince Andrew. And a suspected gas leak at a mine in Nigeria has claimed the lives of more than 30 workers. The details after this.
As the sun rises on 2026 and the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of CARICOM Heads of Government, St. Kitts and Nevis stands at a crossroads. This is a significant time for our region. Geopolitical tensions are growing around the world. Economies are threatened as a result. Climate change intensifies and compounds our vulnerabilities, and the community of small island developing states feels the squeeze more and more.
We aren't blind to the hurdles, nor are we blind to the fact that change is happening faster than we can adapt. But this 50th regular meeting of our heads of government is a call to action that must ring loud, especially in the ears of our beloved Caribbean youth. For as our chairman aptly said, none will come to save us. We must save ourselves.
We are reminded that our collective strength is our greatest asset. As our leaders gather in St. Kitts and Nevis this February, we remind them that Caribbean youth are not just the leaders of tomorrow, we are the innovators of today. That sustainable regional solutions to today's challenging issues must be resilient, and Caribbean youth are the resilience you speak of.
Caribbean youth are the sustainable partners you are looking for. So let's use this 50th meeting to turn policy into measurable impact. We're optimistic that our leaders will present initiatives that invest in the skills that keep us here and the systems that protect us all. We remain hopeful that our seat at the table is one focused on inclusive growth and sustainable solutions with our region's people and youth at its core.
Caribbean youth are ready to work, for we are one people,
one Caribbean, and our future is bright because we are building it together.
In the sun or in the rain, life's a journey, joy and pain. But NCI's here day and night, always here for you, making it right. Always here for you. With NCI you've got a friend, always here for you, right here till the very
At National Caribbean Insurance, you are covered and secure. We're your partner, your protector, your peace of mind. So for home, for health, for life, choose NCI because we're always here for you. Always.
Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend. Always here for you. Right here till the very end. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend. Always here for you. Right here till the very end.
On the international scene, Britain's Metropolitan Police has begun initial inquiries into allegations involving close protection officers formerly assigned to Andrew Mountbatten, Windsor. The review follows claims that members of the Royalty and Specialist Protection Unit may have overlooked concerns during visits to a private island owned by Jeffrey Epstein. The island, Little St. James, has been at the center of sex trafficking allegations made by multiple survivors. Police say they have not identified any wrongdoing at this stage, but are examining the claims to establish the facts. Allegations against Andrew were previously made by Virginia Guffrey, who accused him of sexual abuse, claims he has consistently denied. A financial settlement was reached, but it did not amount to an admission of liability. Any further investigation would be referred to the Independent Office for Police Conduct if concerns are found. Epstein died in a U.S. prison cell in 2019 while awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges. In other news, at least 33 miners have died following a suspected carbon monoxide leak at a lead and zinc mine in Nigeria's Plateau State. The incident is believed to have occurred just before sunrise at a site near the town of Wasi, where toxic gas is thought to have built up in poorly ventilated tunnels. More than 20 other miners were rescued and taken to hospital for treatment. Security forces have sealed off the mine as investigations continue. Local officials have not yet visited the site, with reports suggesting response efforts have been affected by security concerns in the area. While state authorities referred to a possible blast, workers at the scene say the deaths were caused by carbon monoxide gas. The victims, believed to be men between the ages of 20 and 40, were buried shortly afterward in keeping with local tradition. Mining accidents are not uncommon in Nigeria, and the tragedy is expected to renew questions about safety standards in the sector. Up next in sports, West Indies women's captain Hayley Matthews says the team is prepared to offer up a strong performance as they prepare to face Sri Lanka this Friday. Stay tuned.
In the sun or in the rain, life's a journey, joy and pain. But NCI's here day and night, always here for you, making it right. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend, always here for you, right here till the very
At National Caribbean Insurance, you are covered and secure. We're your partner, your protector, your peace of mind. So for home, for health, for life, choose NCI because we're always here for you. Always.
Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend. Always here for you. Right here till the very end. Always here for you. With NCI, you've got a friend. Always here for you. Right here till the very end.
Thanks for sticking with us. First up in sports, the West Indies women are looking forward to their series against Sri Lanka, which starts on Friday in Grenada with the first of 3 one-day internationals. Captain Hayley Matthews says the team is confident they can do well in the upcoming series.
It's going to be a great opportunity for us to start the year off, first of all, against some really good opposition in Sri Lanka. Opposition that we know we would have been matched very closely with in previous games and who always give us a massive challenge to compete against. So we certainly are looking forward to playing them. I think the spirits are high in the camp, and like I said, we're two teams that match up really well, and we know once we're at our best, we're going to be right there competing to win games and hopefully win these series. So really, I guess, bright marks within the team right now, and everybody just looking forward to getting going in the next few days.
Matthews believes it is important that her team set a competitive tone from the first game if they hope to be victorious against Sri Lanka, adding that the team is keen to prove they can dominate on home soil.
We haven't had many series in the Caribbean of late, so this year is going to be a great chance for us to kind of make home ours, and I guess really give teams a hard time coming down here. And really make it a big challenge for teams to come down here to the Caribbean and play on our soil. So this is going to be the perfect time for us to kind of set that up and I guess align things how we want to, playing at home in front of our crowd, and hopefully we're able to set a really good example for how we want to go about the rest of the year.
And in other news, Ukrainian officials will boycott next month's Winter Paralympics after Russian and Belarusian athletes were invited to compete under their national flags. On Tuesday, it was announced 6 Russian and 4 Belarusian athletes will compete in alpine skiing, cross-country skiing, and snowboarding at the Milan Cortina Games, which start on March 6th. In September, the International Paralympic Committee, IPC, lifted its ban on athletes from the 2 countries competing at the Games. And when we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines.
If you're HIV positive or have an STI, having unprotected sex with multiple partners puts them in grave danger. You'll expose every partner and their present and future partners to HIV or another STI. Use a condom every time you have sex. You can live a productive life even if diagnosed with HIV. Remember, early detection is key to your survival. Be responsible, protect yourself and others. Help stop the spread of HIV and other STIs.
Recapping the top stories, Foreign Minister, the Right Honorable Dr. Denzil Douglas, says the upcoming CARICOM meeting comes at a pivotal time for the region. Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew is urging men to prioritize their health and have regular prostate exams. And Prime Minister Drew has fulfilled his promise of donating $30,000 raised during his New Year Gala to local breast cancer foundations. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Major Newscast. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been your presenter, Shaira Flanders. Have a good one.